All right, so I'm just testing to see whether or not the YouTube uh, connection was reestablished. For some reason, I lost the ability to multicast to YouTube. This is actually the third show that I do that I have no clue whether or not it's actually on. Let me go on to YouTube to see if I can switch over and see whether or not it's actually multicasting. Um, yeah, but yeah, so I had a show where we made traditional paintbrushes, and yeah, so it was super fun, but I wasn't able to multicast. Let's see if I move over and all right. So it looks like we were able to, yeah, okay. So it did do it. Let's see if it's actually live right now. Yeah, it's streaming, so I think I fixed it. We should be good. So the next time I'm going live is actually September 3rd. We are going to September 3rd. Hopefully by then I will have already harvested some clay from my local area, and then we are going to test it to see whether or not we can actually make pottery, and then and then we're gonna then build a pit to fire the pottery. It's gonna be a whole thing, so you'll definitely want to come back for that. All right, so yes, it looks like it's working. Um, it sure is. But yeah, welcome in. Hey, yes. So everyone can now chat. Anyway, so yeah, we made these traditional paintbrushes, and they work well. We also made traditional paint utilizing organic materials, and it worked fairly well. Let me show you. So we made this one um, with mesquite ash, and quite nice. I love my brushes. Yes, I actually donated my hair for the process. Quite nice, quite nice. It's very nice. So and these glow. I forgot to tell Michelle that these glow. I mean the green does. Anyways, yeah. So we made the brushes, and then we also made the paint from traditional, locally sourced um, stuff. So yeah. Yes. Hey Linda, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, so I'm actually testing to see whether or not I was able to fix my connection to YouTube. I've done 3 lives since and I always forgot to like fix the issue. So I think I now have fixed it, and I think it's working. So yes, earlier today I made these traditional paintbrushes utilizing my own hair. And then also chopsticks from Panda Express. You might as well use them up, right? Anyways, so I'm going to get into traditional uh ancient pottery, like the way that ancient pottery was made here, like 900 years ago, type stuff. The first style I'm going to try to do is Anasazi, and so it's the black and white pottery. We'll see how it goes. I just recently uploaded a video where I was harvesting the clay, Right now it's in the drying bed, but then we use the clay to then make the this paint. I was hoping for it to be black. Um, I think I just need the charcoal to be black because I used a mesquite ash and it just made, like a deeper color of the actual what is it called, the actual clay. So the clay is kind of like a peachy kind of like whitish color when it dries. So oops, I put this on top and then it dried. Anyways, yeah, so then once we made the brushes, then we tried them out. And so the idea is that the longer the brush, the straighter the lines you can make. So yeah, so we made the straight lines. Yeah, awesome. Yes. So I've been trying to dry it out. Right now it's in the drying bed and I've been it's slowly dripping, and so it should be fun. Now I don't know whether or not it's going to be strong enough to actually make the pottery, but there's a lot of different sources of clay around here, so it should be fun. Yes. So I am drying it out in the in the environment. It's underneath a mulberry tree, so that it doesn't like dry too fast and you know gets all cracky and stuff. Yes. So the idea is I'm going to utilize the ancient techniques. Um, basically digging a fire pit in the ground and then building like a little teepee of like wood. Now, first, put, burn some wood. We have a lot of mesquite wood that's already harvested for our own personal use. But so probably use that, and then I also have a pine tree that fell, and I had to cut it up. So I'll try to use some of that up. And so, anyways, yeah. So first you do like ashes, or like yeah. So like first you burn some thick wood, and then once it's just sort of like little uh, briskets, if you will, like little chunks of just burned biomass or wood. Then you put the pots on top, connect, I mean, like just on top, and then they slowly uh, get hot. And then, you build like a little teepee on top. And then hopefully by doing that, and then, you let it burn. So I'm going to let it burn overnight. And then the next morning, I should have fantastic pots. Now, I could also have a bunch of pots that are all cracked. So, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited to try it. Yes. Yeah. So, um, uh, I have. So I took a class, but then also my neighbor's going to. He's super excited to help me out, and he gave me already some of the tools and stuff, and then he's going to show me where the source for the other clays is. And for me, I think that's like the biggest thing is like if you can find the right clay, then that's pretty much what you need. Because this type of clay, traditionally harvested, um, only needs one firing. It doesn't, that it's a little bit better than the commercial clay because you don't have to fire it twice. But in the ancient times, they did have a lot of cracks, so I could have a lot of blowouts, which will be interesting. Yeah. So, anyways, but yeah, but we did. I did try to make charcoal, um, black paint. I don't want to use manganese because that's like the easiest way to do it. Um, because that dust is toxic. So I want to do it with charcoal, with like, you know. But anyways, yeah. So I try to use ash um, from mesquite, and that is very grayish. Yeah, definitely will be a definitely it will be a definite learning experience. And the thing is, it just gives me something to do. you know. Yeah, so hopefully it turns out, but if not, it's just something else to learn from. So yeah. Anyways, all right. Well, I guess I'll end it now because now I reestablish the YouTube connection, and I'll see you at Gretchen's. So usually on Thursdays, you know how we always have lives for art on Thursdays, so usually it's hard for me to go to Gretchen's, but I try to schedule myself so that I'm not. Usually I'm on at 7 my time, which would be 6 her time. Well, it would be exactly the time she goes on. So I try to now schedule myself to for a different time. So hopefully I can make more of those lives. But yeah, because I need it. Yeah, it's um, reassuring to hear her stories. So yes, all right. So I'll see you in the next one. Besitos. Thank you for coming in. I love it. Thank you. Yes, yeah. I'm gonna have dinner right now, and then be ready. Because usually I'll, be cooking the dinner. So I'm hoping this time I'll have dinner and then be able to just watch and listen. Because usually I'll listen because I'm making the dinner. So all right, we'll see you. Besitos.